time to take your seat and silence your cell phone. Hola y gracias por acompañarnos. Aproveche este tiempo para tomar asiento y silenciar su teléfono celular.
Dr. Lynn is going to be my first non-platform party person, so I just want to make sure to kind of sugar this way. Yes. So, I already told who's the last platform party person, but for Dr. Lynn, she's like, I told her it was all just to make sure she doesn't go another way. Come all the way over here. Lock it there.
I'm so sorry.
The Dean of Scrub Nursing. Welcome to the December 2024 Scrub Nursing Convocation. Please, please take a seat as our celebration begins. We are pleased to welcome the graduates, friends, and family members who are joining us in person at the Lady Bird Johnson Auditorium on the UT Austin campus, as well as those of you who are watching the live stream video across the nation and the world. Congratulations to all our University of Texas Austin Scrub Nursing students who are graduating today. Also, congratulations to the parents, partners, family, and friends who have supported and nurtured the graduates to successfully go through the program. The commencement honors all that you have accomplished throughout the program and celebrates your continuous passion and commitment for nursing and your future leadership
and contributions to nursing. We are very proud that we had the opportunity to educate you, future nurse leaders, who will not only make an impact in the state of Texas, but also in the world. This outstanding community of yours will always be here to support and celebrate your future journey and accomplishments. The faculty and other administrators of the UT Austin School of Nursing are proud today to recognize 85 very special graduates. Among the graduates, we are proud to recognize one student who will receive her research-focused Doctor of Philosophy PhD degree, and 27 students will receive the Master of Science in Nursing degree. We are also proud to recognize 57 students who will receive the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. As we begin our ceremony, I would like to recognize the faculty and staff of the School of Nursing who have supported our students during this very challenging educational journey, as well as the many clinical and community partners who have provided essential experiential learning. Our faculty includes experienced, renowned teachers, clinicians, and researchers who strongly believe that nursing profession is vital to the health of us all. Throughout their teaching at all levels of our curriculum, the faculty are committed to preparing students to address the many significant healthcare challenges of the 21st century. I would like to give special recognition to our faculty marshal for today's convocation, Dr. Nicole Murray. Dr. Murray is a clinical associate professor at School of Nursing who is passionate for both teaching and research. Dr. Murray is also a director of the Center for Professional Development and Scholarship at the School of Nursing. Dr. Murray has made significant contributions to the school as an educator, mentor, researcher, and administrator. She is one of our champions who have mentored and nurtured our students. Also, Dr. Murray is one of the most popular teachers who are loved by our students. And we are going to give her a special thank you for her dedication to the students and faculty at the School of Nursing. Faculty, please stand to be recognized. For this evening, I prepared very long remarks, but decided to go short after getting consultation from my daughter, who is doing her postdoc right now. She told me that shorter would be better for any these remarks. So I just want to emphasize two things before moving to our honorable convocation speaker, Dr. Pam Spriano. First, you should be very proud that our graduates are very well prepared to be future leaders for the real world. Our nursing programs provide premier nursing education that you cannot easily find in other places. Our BSN acceptance rate is just 3%, which is the lowest acceptance rate across the campus. We have 100% retention rate after 1 year of the program and 94% full-year graduation rate, which are the highest across the campus. program is ranked number 14 in the nation, number 8 in public universities, and of course number 1 in Texas.
Yeah!
Our PhD program is one of the first 7 PhD programs across the nation with a number of alumni who are currently national and international readers. Because our graduates are very, very well prepared, we are always sought by many stakeholders. Last week, I was informed that 99% of our graduates had already been hired. So you should be very proud of our Longman nursing graduates, and I am very, very proud of our graduates. Second, Longman nursing community will always be behind you. After graduation, in the real healthcare world, our graduates will frequently be challenged by many issues that you never expect. As you might have heard, nursing profession is currently challenged by increasing nursing shortage with retiring nurses, changing demographics with increasing aging populations with chronic conditions, insufficient staffing, and subsequently increasing stress level of nurses, and more unexpected health policy changes. Yes, challenges are difficult, but as I mentioned, our graduates are well prepared to deal with all these challenges. All our graduates have successfully survived through all tremendous challenges along the way in their journey to become nurses, nurse leaders, and nurse scientists. Graduates, as you start this new adventure in the real world, please know that your former faculty, the many friends that you made in this program, all Longman alumni out there, and all Longman nursing community members are here to help you along the way. In conclusion, I am exceptionally honored to be here to celebrate with you and your loved ones to recognize your successful completion of your first journey to become a nurse, nurse leader, and nurse scientist. Congratulations, all our precious Longman nurses. Pokemon. It was short, right? We are extremely proud to have our speaker for today's convocation, Dr. Pamela Cipriano. Dr. Cipriano is currently the 29th president of the International Council of Nurses and professor at the University of Virginia. She has extensive experience as an academic medical center executive and previously served as Dean of the University of Virginia School of Nursing. Also, she was the president of the American Nurses Association. Dr. Cipriano has led efforts to improve the well-being of the workforce and increase nursing's impact and influence on policy to improve global healthcare. For instance, she is an inaugural member of the steering committee for the National Academy of Medicine's Action Collaborative on Clinician Well-being and Resilience, and serves as a co-chair in 2024. Among her many honors and awards for exceptional leadership and contributions to profession, she was the Distinguished Nurse Scholar in Residence at the Institute of Medicine in 2010 to 2011. She is a Fellow of American Academy of Nursing, earning its Healthcare Leader Award in 2018, and also named as a Living Legend in 2023. So please welcome Dr. Cipriano.
Thank you so much. Greetings, graduates, faculty, family, friends, partners. It is so wonderful to be with you here this evening to celebrate this tremendous event. It's been a long time since I've been here at your amazing campus to spend time with friends. And the last friend that I wanted to share with you that I had the pleasure of being with is one of your favorites, Dean Emerita Billy Brown, who is an icon in American nursing, known far beyond the borders of Texas, as well as the United States. And I saw on Facebook you helped her celebrate her 99th birthday recently, so congratulations for that as well. And to all of you who are graduating, I say, wow, you made it, right? Congratulations. I'm sure you have many memories that you will cherish for years to come from your time together. But first, let me ask you, what about everything you've learned throughout your time here? What stands out in your minds? For me, tiny books, meaning short little books, can have an enormous impact. A few of the ones that are on my bookshelf, and yes, I still actually have fixed bookshelves, that have been my go-to for years have included Notes on Nursing by Florence Nightingale, published in 1860, Hospitals, Paternalism, and the Role of the Nurse by Joanne Ashley in 1976. That's one you probably have never heard of. It outlines the hierarchy and culture of hospitals that has been and continues to be oppressive to nursing. It's very instructive. It was actually from her doctoral dissertation. Leadership is an Art by Max Dupree from 1989, which is a story that holds the key to successful leadership, and the ANA Code of Ethics in its many versions. And then the second edition of Transitions, Making Sense of Life's Changes by William Bridges, last published in 2004. It's this last one by William Bridges on transitions that offers some advice I'd like to share with you this evening. Graduation is a time of transition. And as Bridges tells us, every transition starts with an ending and emerges with a new beginning. When endings result from an unexpected change, it may stir feelings of loss. But in the case of graduation, you can take solace in that the loss is usually eclipsed by recognizing the positives, like a new job, that will come with the transition. That may mean leaving some friends behind, but it also comes with the realization that new adventures and opportunities lie ahead. While his work is legendary in self-help, it's also a staple for adapting to change. I used to have a favorite t-shirt that I completely wore out that had a picture of Dilbert on it. Did you all remember the Dilbert comic? It hasn't been around for a while. He really trashed the workplace. And it said, change is great, you go first. Which is often how many people react to change. Each of us develops our own rhythm in a transition, and there's no universal right or wrong or defined fast or slow process. We each take our own time, letting go of some of what was comfortable in our life before the transition. For many of you, your identity is changing from student to professional. You may have been thinking about moving on from your somewhat carefree existence to one with new responsibilities and obligations. Or you may be anticipating a move to a more complex and demanding professional role as you have new knowledge and skills to put to use. I'm fortunate in that I've had many professional opportunities to experience the stages of transition that Bridges described. I started as a diploma nurse and made my way to staff nurse, then clinical nurse specialist, and on to various managerial and professional organization leadership roles. At each stage, and with each degree in hand, I pursued a new role. These came with new expectations and realizations. There were times, too, that I chose to change roles when there was not a good fit with either my organization or my boss. Those are changes you all might want to expect throughout your careers. Not to mention the personal side of our lives that have other transitions. Bridges described change in the United States as endemic and rapid, and I think we can all agree that that describes healthcare as well. He also advises that change itself is situational, whereas transition is psychological, and that's the personal and human side of change. So it's not the event, but it's how we reorient ourselves to adapt to change that affects our transitions. His book proposes that individuals experience change in 3 stages. First, an ending, then a period of confusion and distress, which he calls the neutral zone, and finally, the new beginning. Hopefully, I've set the stage for you to start thinking about your ending and movement through a period of adjustment in the neutral zone, then the welcome new beginning. Perhaps you've heard some of these words before. Nursing is a lifelong commitment to service that has many rewards, tangible and intangible, as well as many stressors that may not be obvious. Or nurses are an incredible asset to the nation and the world. We follow an ethical duty to care and maintain a social contract with society. We are 4+ million strong in the US and 28 million worldwide, but we are rarely in the spotlight. Nurses have always taken on the challenges of today and tomorrow to change the world for the better. What we do matters. Over the course of history, nurses have had an indelible impact on all our lives. Did you know Florence Nightingale and her work in the Crimean War, 1853 to 1856, was legendary not only because she saved lives by creating sanitary conditions, but also because she was a pioneer researcher who diligently collected statistics about what was affecting soldiers in Crimea and created diagrams showing the causes and volume of soldiers' deaths, the first true visualization graphics, which showed the positive effects of her efforts to reduce mortality through data analysis. She used data to advocate for change and published her results, just as we teach our nurse scientists today. Her lessons paved the way to show nurses are a force for research. And it was a nurse who discovered that jaundiced babies could be cured with a few hours of sunlight. It was also nurses who restored the humanity and dignity of AIDS patients by providing human touch and comfort when the disease transmission was unknown and patients were suffering beyond their illness from isolation as well as the disease. And this last one I think is really important. Did you know it was a nursing student in Liberia who saved her family by donning trash bags, duct tape, rain boots, a rain jacket, and a mask to protect herself from Ebola, enlightening the world about protective equipment to protect and prevent workers from becoming infected with the deadly disease. One of the things that makes nurses unique is that we are a composite of stories that describe the human interactions unique to the intimate relationships we share with strangers. The courageous acts that we humbly describe as, oh, it was nothing, when you have actually made a life-changing difference for someone and their family. And stories that we keep to ourselves sometimes about the stress and the challenges we face every day that may be too painful to share. A British duo of artists known as the Connor Brothers, who make famous prints using retro art and meaningful phrases, described a piece in 2020 with the image of a nurse that says, "There are no extraordinary people, just ordinary people doing extraordinary things." Others described this image, crediting it as highlighting remarkable individuals who stand out from the crowd, celebrating those who leave an indelible mark on the world through their actions and existence. Indeed, this is an apt, universal description of a nurse. On a global scale, nurses are tackling the health effects of climate change, the social and economic forces that result in premature death, the conditions that rob people of quality of life, the path to a peaceful end of life, and many other aspects of healthcare that are at the intersection of health and human caring. There are hundreds of stories of innovation and life-changing interventions spearheaded by nurses. There are also thousands of exemplars about the courage, caring, daring, and comfort expressed in Daisy Awards across the United States as well as around the world. On a more somber note, nurses also face the challenges of war, violence, domestic and international terrorism, assaults on human rights, and political instability. From our home shores to Ukraine, to Afghanistan, to Sudan, Syria, Ethiopia, Palestine, Israel, Myanmar, and beyond. I am in awe of our global nursing colleagues who show undaunted courage and sacrifice every day on the front lines, wherever they are called upon to help. You may not know all the stories of nurses' sacrifice who endure the effects of death and destruction in areas with conflict and war, like in Ukraine, where some continue to sleep in the basements of their hospitals, and risk their lives to care for others, or in countries where healthcare facilities and personnel have been the target of attacks, where nurses regularly experience personal risks of injury, kidnapping, and even death. Nurses are accustomed to dealing with adversity, and we have always protected and advocated for those we serve. This is a time that calls on all of us to speak for those without a voice and help walk the path that restores justice, equity, and care for all human beings. It will not be easy, but you are prepared to take up that charge. Each of you is earning your degree in a moment when the world has recognized we cannot have health or healthcare without nurses. You are looked to and listened to more than ever before, and you will be called upon to shape healthcare into the future. In part, you'll be able to be great communicators and influencers for the future of the profession because you're graduating from one of the nation's premier schools of nursing, the University of Texas at Austin. Thank you, class. This ceremony symbolizes your journey and success. As graduates, you are caregivers, leaders of change, advocates, innovators, champions of evidence-based practice, and nurse scientists who are asking and answering the most pressing healthcare questions of our time. You will generate improvements in practice, challenge the status quo, advocate for policies that achieve health equity by dismantling systems that uphold disparities and replacing them with equitable, compassionate, and inclusive care. That is the work before you and before us all. Years into the future, when you visit with your fellow alums, you'll laugh together and reminisce about your time here. You'll probably recall the professors who inspired and challenged or made life difficult for you here, and everything in between. The intense patient interactions, the aha moments, and the points of pride that defined your nursing education and experiences will also fill your stories. As nurses, we all have something in common. Our work is never done. Whether you're ready to venture into your first role as a nurse, or take an advanced practice role, or make your mark as a scientist, you are part of a venerated group of professionals. Never forget, without you, the healthcare system doesn't function, and people's lives may be cut short. Without you, our patients' suffering is not relieved. Without you, innovations to bring healthcare to more people fall short. It is clear now, more than ever before, that nurses are the key to health and healing. My ultimate vision is that nurses will stop being invisible and instead will be revered as invaluable and unforgettable. Please join me on this journey. Congratulations as you craft your new beginning. I wish you all the best for success and fulfillment.
For your inspirational words, and because of her busy schedule, she needs to leave now. So, congratulations. Now, we are pleased to have Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs, Dr. Alex Garcia, who will be the master of ceremony for the convocation. Please welcome her.
Well, good evening, class of fall 2024 graduates and guests. I'm excited to introduce our student speakers for this year's MSN and BSN cohorts. We will first hear from our graduate student speaker, who will be receiving their Master's of Science in Nursing degree, Victoria Tierney.
Thank you for the introduction. And thank you for everyone for being present at the commencement today. My name is Victoria Tierney, and I'm a 2024 Master's of Science in Nursing graduate here at the School of Nursing. My path to nursing was not traditional. I have a previous degree in healthcare management, but I still felt the calling to be a nurse, so I searched for accelerated nursing programs. This led me to have the privilege of being a member of the 2022 to 2023 Alternate Entry Foundation Year Cohort. Become a registered nurse in 3 semesters and continuing my education here at UT Austin while working as a teaching assistant in the Stimulation and Skills Center and as an intensive care unit nurse. My time here at UT Austin has been the most rewarding in my life thus far, and I would not have gained these experiences without the support of many people along the way. Now, this group holds a special place in my heart because they are not only my fellow cohort members, but this group of Bachelor's of Science in Nursing students is the first cohort that I had the privilege of being a teaching assistant for, and they have genuinely changed my nursing journey for the better. These students and I have grown tremendously, from video performance exams, being the best nurse, to everyone's first patient, Johnny Odell, who I hear is still in the hospital to this day. Now, for all the non-nurses that are not graduating with us today, Johnny Odell is a beloved mannequin and patient for all of our skills classes that we do everything for. With the help of Johnny and many others, these people have grown into the amazing graduates that I see before me. Now, as we transition into new nurses and finally earn those navy blue scrubs, I advise you to remember your time here and be confident in your ability. Our faculty and staff has prepared you to be the best nurse you can be. One who will follow evidence-based practice, advocate for those who cannot advocate for themselves, and most importantly, know that you cannot take care of others until you take care of yourself. Nursing is such a wonderful profession where we hold the hands of people in their worst and their best moments. It is something that truly makes you feel connected to the world around us and cannot be compared to any other profession. There will be days when you go home and feel like you have no idea what happened in the last 12 hours. And I'm here to tell you that that is okay. Please remember this when that moment comes. Your feelings are valid, you are not a bad nurse, and yes, you still belong in this profession. You will all be great nurses in your chosen journey, and I can't wait to see how y'all change the world around us. To my cohort of Masters Prepared Nurses, I adore each and every one of y'all. Many of you have been by my side since we first learned hand hygiene together in Cranford-Hill Health 1. We have become nurses together, survived advanced pharmacology, and encouraged each other to the finish line. Nursing school here at UT Austin is such a unique education that allows you to find your people, lean on each other, and share a universal experience that no other group of friends will understand. I hope that everyone graduating today stays in touch with their cohort. Personally, I know I could not have done this without each and every one of you, but especially my girls. Your late night FaceTime calls, weekly visits to the Austin staple, Chewy's Mexican restaurant. Yes, we did go weekly. It is delicious, and you should really have me on video. Y'all made me feel like I was never alone in this journey, and I'm forever grateful for that. To our graduates who have earned their PhD, we all look up to you. You are doing such important work. You have worked countless hours and taken numerous courses to become experts in nursing. You are paving the way to make scientific discoveries. You have written papers and brought your passions into your projects. You are leading the way in nursing science and developing protocols and guidelines that highlight health disparities, show the impact of nurses, and will guide us as nurses for decades to come. I'm so proud of all the work that you do, and I'm honored to call you Dr. now. One universal experience that all nursing students have to survive is the dreaded simulation day and skills checkoffs. As a teaching assistant, I have the pleasure of being on both sides of the mannequin, as a terrified nursing student, and then as a mentor to the pre-licensure students. This is now my opportunity to personally and publicly apologize if I scarred you as the voice of the mannequin, or was the one holding the clipboard during your checkoff. I promise I was reading for you. One of my favorite memories from being a teaching assistant is the look of triumph when I see a student start their first IV and get blood returned from my simulated mannequin arm. It always seems to be a universal experience that I see every semester, and a feeling of we finally made it. This is now the time I would also like to thank all the loved ones who we forced to study with us, be our mock patients, and have learned way more about diabetes or childbirth than they ever wanted to know in their lifetime. You are all honorary nurses in my eyes. Your support was needed more than you know. Because your support translates into saving lives. As an intensive care unit nurse, I typically do not see the situations, but that only makes the victories so much better. One of my first patients on orientation was a young mom who suffered complications during her birth. She was transferred to me while her son went to the neonatal intensive care unit, or the NICU. I took care of her for the next 6 nights while she was on life support. I made sure to brush her hair, play her music that we had talked about her enjoying before being put on life support, and made sure she still had a connection to her son by sending baby blankets with her scent to place in his NICU bed. She and her son both got discharged from the hospital, and I always think about how they are doing. Approximately 1 year after her discharge from the hospital, I did not have to wonder. She and her son visited the unit to bring us holiday treats and a handwritten card saying thank you for all that we did as a unit to save her life. It is moments like this that make being a nurse the best profession. That young son may never know who I am, but I will always think of him. I know I made a small but positive impact on at least one person's life for the rest of my life. Every nurse has this experience in their role. So if we look around, we can see the impact that every one of these graduates has made or will make on the world. Because these experiences at the University of Texas at Austin, and more specifically in the School of Nursing, have united us and allowed us to strive towards an overall goal, changing the lives around us, whether it be in our families by being the first in healthcare, or in our community by serving underserved populations. As we move forward with our next steps, I hope that we always remember what brought us to this profession, that we stay grounded in our why. We treat our patients the way we want to be treated in the hospital, that we never stop holding our patients' hands in their darkest moments, and we remember what it means to be a Longhorn nurse. Thank you, congratulations graduates, and hope them forever.
We will now hear from our undergraduate student speaker who will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing degree. Please welcome Brianna Taylor Bridges.
I am sweating a lot. Good evening, families, guests, students, faculty, and staff. Welcome to the 40 acres and the home of the Longhorns. My name is Brianna Taylor Bridges, and I am a proud bachelor student of the UT Austin School of Nursing, where my classmates and I have dedicated years to preparing for our future nursing profession. I have started my career as a new graduate nurse in labor and delivery at St. David's Women's Center of Texas, with aspirations to further my education in midwifery. Speaking at this fall 2024 School of Nursing Convocation ceremony is an incredible privilege. I hope to leave you with a lasting sense of motivation and inspiration as we all step into the next chapter of our lives. To share a snippet of my journey, I come from Avery, a small town in Northeast Texas of 428 people. It's a place where a single blinking light warns, "Slow down, y'all, big car coming," and where everyone knows your name. Resources are scarce, but our spirit is boundless. In the fall of 2019, I was a 17-year-old applying to colleges from seemingly the middle of nowhere, and I held little confidence that I would qualify for the prestigious University of Texas at Austin. I was salutatorian of my 16-student graduating class, and therefore did not meet the top 10% requirement for automatic acceptance. Then the world was hit with a pandemic. COVID-19 arrived during the spring break of my senior year. Suddenly, my last day of high school had passed. Without a prom, without the play I had spent months rehearsing, and without my cherished senior pep rally. Yet, despite these challenges, UT recognized my potential, offering me a place in their nursing guarantee program, now renamed the College of Natural Science to Nursing Pathway. The UT Austin CNS to Nursing Pathway is a program offered to students whose first choice was nursing, allowing them to enter the School of Nursing one semester later. This arrangement provides additional preparation through double majors, minors, extra STEM courses, and health competency certificates, while also spacing out clinical placements to accommodate more students. In the fall of 2020, I began my journey in Austin. Having never set foot on the campus I would soon call home. I am sure many of the graduates in the audience can relate when I say that my first semester was a whirlwind of culture shock. Sidewalks, the mystery of HEB, countless bus rides on the wrong routes. Everything was new and overwhelming. I vividly remember watching a construction crane over 30 stories high. I can't look up too much because my hat will fall. Over 30 stories high, gracefully swinging tons of metal through the sky. It was in that moment, seeing the sheer power and serenity of it, that I realized how small I was in this vast city and how far my dreams had carried me from Avery. Homesickness weighed on me my first 2 years of university, gnawing at my resolve. However, everything changed for me in our junior year when we began clinical placements at the bedside. I was pleasantly surprised to discover that the community I had desperately yearned for could be found right there in the hospital. I met patient after patient, each with a different story and need, and I felt at home, talking and caring for them, the way I had been searching for so long. I felt comfort in the country twang of the elderly, warmth in the eyes of a grateful mother, joy in the laughter of children, and family amongst the interdisciplinary staff. I found compassion in providing care and a home at the hospital. I fell deeply in love with nursing and developed a renewed passion for my education. As we stand on the precipice of the future, we celebrate not only the incredible journey of the BSN students, but also the remarkable achievements of our graduate students. Their dedication to advancing knowledge through research and innovation ensures that the nursing profession continues to evolve and thrive. Their hard work and determination serve as a source of inspiration for all of us. While many of our paths will diverge, we remain united by a shared commitment to the advancement of nursing. Today's graduates carry together a collection of diverse experiences gained through clinical practice and work at the bedside. These experiences serve as puzzle pieces, shaping us into dedicated professionals and fueling our passion to make impactful contributions to the nursing field. From scholarly presentations to patient-centered care and research, I would like to take a moment to reflect on a few cherished experiences we have had while working in various hospital specialties. These moments have profoundly shaped our understanding of the immense responsibility we bear as healthcare professionals and reinforce the honor inherent to our role as nurses. Some of these stories are challenging to hear. I'm nervous. But I approach each difficult situation with a personal philosophy. I would rather learn from these moments than lose the opportunity to grow, both as a healthcare professional and as a human being. In the medical surgical units, we have cared for hospice patients, gently cleansing their skin and brushing the tangles from their hair as we prepare them for their final goodbyes with loved ones. In the trauma care unit, I have wiped blood from a patient's face as he grappled with whether receiving life-saving treatment was worth the risk of deportation. In the bone marrow transplant and oncology unit, we witnessed patients transition from a paralyzed and semi-conscious state to walking and talking within hours of receiving an experimental chemoradiation treatment. In the emergency department,
I have distracted toddlers with candy as their loved ones mourn the loss of a young man we fought hard to save. In the pediatric respiratory rehabilitation unit, my classmates and I played peekaboo and read stories to a 4-year-old who could not move from the neck down. His adorable smile and laugh will forever be imprinted on our memory. Labor and delivery, my preferred unit and beloved passion, has provided me with an inside look into the marvel of birth, and I am proud to have delivered 8 baby boys and 3 baby girls into this world so far. Amongst these memories, one of my most cherished moments occurred in the ICU while providing hygiene care for a comatose patient. I was trying to remove a patient's dentures when she began to groan. Her son and daughter chuckled, saying she never removed her dentures in front of others. And as I continued, she nearly bit me, determined to keep her dignity intact. After a few further attempts, and much to my surprise, she uttered a firm no, waking from her coma. Although initially grumpy with me, I convinced her to let me clean those dentures, and I'll never forget the joy of seeing her regain her strength. In a quote from one of the most impressive and fundamental nurses in history, Mary Seacole famously recounted, "The sick and suffering look to us nurses for aid, support, and consolation. It is our duty to administer relief and to alleviate the physical sufferings of mankind." Seacole was a British Jamaican nurse and a businesswoman who devoted her life to caring for soldiers and those stricken by illness or battle wounds, specifically in the Crimean War, often without recognition or support during her lifetime. Her selflessness exemplifies the heart of nursing, a lesson we have learned firsthand from nursing school. We have a duty, a privilege, and a responsibility as healthcare professionals. Throughout our clinical experiences, we have cared for the elderly, the children, the mothers, the unhoused, the disabled, the poor, and the dying of Central Texas. In this moment of celebration, I ask us to reflect on the world beyond this auditorium. According to the United Nations, 30% of the world's countries are in crises. These numbers demand more than acknowledgement. They demand action. As nurses, we are uniquely positioned to be the bridge between suffering and healing, acting as advocates for change. Let us create a legacy that transcends borders, using our empathy, knowledge, and courage to be leaders for those whose voices are often unheard. We have witnessed the profound impact of our work and recognize how our care extends to communities across the globe. So, to all graduates, I say this. Today, we are not merely the future nurses of America. Today, we become the nurses of America. Now, I will begin my thank yous, because it really does take a village. My class and I would not be here without the support systems that have ushered us along to this moment. Thank you to the School of Nursing staff. You are the people who have shaped us into the academic brilliance that stands before you today. To the women manning the front desk, thank you for being the first to smile and greet us when we enter the School of Nursing. Thank you to environmental services specifically. We are well aware of the mess we often make during our brief meal breaks, and your efforts do not go unnoticed. Thank you to the teaching assistants who have offered their support and advice throughout our education. Thank you to the academic sponsors of the School of Nursing student associations and groups for taking time out of your personal lives to foster connection and community. Thank you
to the administrative staff who does all the work in the shadows, continually making efforts to improve our experience as students and providing the framework for us to pursue our education. Thank you to all of the professors for exemplifying what excellence in nursing practice looks like. Thank you for spending hours developing our course content, coordinating with guest speakers, and establishing yourself as a welcoming resource while we grow under your care. Professors, you have treated each of us as an individual, fostered our potential, and encouraged us to strive for quality care. Thank you for teaching our class how to speak up for our patients and ourselves. The biggest thank you of all goes to our families who sacrifice their time with us to benefit our careers and academic exploration. Thank you for believing in our ability to achieve our dreams and for pushing us when we did not have the energy to push ourselves. Lastly, thank you for letting me speak with you today. Congratulations to all the graduates. Good luck and hook 'em horns!
At this time, we will recognize individually the candidates for graduation. Assisting in the recognition of the degree candidates are many people, starting with Dr. Gail Timmerman, the Senior Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, Dr. Ben Nguyen, the Associate Dean of Student Services, Dr. Laura Murphy, Graduate Advisor and Clinical Assistant Professor, Dr. Teresa Bailey, Clinical Assistant Professor, Dr. Shalana Horton, Clinical Assistant Professor, and Jenny Williams, Clinical Assistant Professor, Dr. Tracy Demchuk, Senior Director of Graduate Admissions, and Ms. Michelle Masters, Director of Undergraduate Advising and Admissions. Dr. Morris will now present by name the graduates who have completed the doctoral study in nursing and those who have completed their study towards the Master of Science in Nursing. Dr. Timmerman will hood the graduate students, assisted by Dr. Murphy and Dr. Bailey, Dr. Demchuk, Dr. Nguyen will also are also on the stage, and our dean will congratulate the students.
So will the graduate degree candidates please stand and come forward? We will first recognize the Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing recipients. Our Master of Science in Nursing recipients are Victoria Tierney. Nike Tran. Frida Miller. Bianca Ruiz. Anne Dominique Gayoso. Shantae Isabel Attilo. Darby Mott. Haley Small. Catherine Gibbons. Naika Janae Crandall. Karina Luis Marquez. Ashley Rose Felt. Kadeja Raja. Claire Eglite. Caitlin Brody. Miranda Elizabeth Crawford. Hannah Howard Allison. Evanga. Wed Sabel. Maria Serrano. Mikhail Valencia. Ebony Best. So Dr. Anna Todd will now present by name. So Dr. Todd will now present by name the graduates who have completed their Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Dr. Laura Murphy and Professor Jennifer Williams will pin the undergraduate students, and Dr. Shalonda Horton and Michelle Masters will also join. Okay, will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree please stand and come forward? Brianna Taylor Bridges. Rachel Hernandez, graduate from the Nursing Honors Program.
How are you, baby?
Victoria Molina. Forest. Sierra Ann Bennett. Olivia Schneider. Ariel Warren. Laura Toledo. Alessandra Ruiz. Isabella Lodi. Anna Marie Bookout. Rain Mendoza. Lauren Pham. Samantha Marie Pigden. Ozioma Epstein. Jorge Servín. Alondra Rodriguez. Jessica Tran. Samuel Romo Andrade. Dwight Anthony Lisley. Chase Bynum. Amani Evans. Avery Jones. Caleb Wong. Adina Poe. Joanna Coe. Amy Nguyen. Sandy Nguyen. Jessica Elliott. Zachary Maynes. Vanessa Lisette Frausto. Maya Nair. Leah Hernandez. Jade Kalunga. Berenice Martinez Aboites. Florence Felipe. Abigail Sansom Omore. Dominique Jordan Garçon.
Congratulations to each and every graduate of the class of fall 2024. Would all the degree candidates, graduates, now please rise, turn, and recognize your parents, spouses, relatives, and friends. Congratulations again, and I'm glad that you were able to recognize your Support people have all been essential to your success at UT Austin. Their support is greatly appreciated, and we know the prospective graduates join us in expressing sincere gratitude to each of you. Have a seat, we're almost done. We're very proud of the achievements and accomplishments of all of our graduates. We know they will excel with integrity and the spirit that nothing is impossible. They will serve as leaders in Texas and beyond. The quality of nursing and healthcare will be enhanced by their leadership, their critical thinking, and clinical judgment skills that they will use to serve society. We're promoting the comfort, dignity, and health of those they care for in their communities and around the nation and around the world. Congratulations to each of you and your families who now have their very own nurse to turn to for help and guidance. Very soon, following the ceremony, we ask that the guests please remain seated until the platform party and all the graduates have cleared the auditorium. Thank you to all who have joined us in person and virtually. Congratulations to each of our fall 2024 graduates, and welcome learn.